Hello, beautiful people. I was just meditating on some beautiful thoughts this morning, and something that empowered me was this quote that I had heard. Only focus on the world that you would like to be a part of or create. And I thought this was an incredible piece of advice, first of all, because that empowered me and showed me that truly what your intention is focused on will flow your energy there. So this reality that you live in is mental, and it is created by you. What you decide to back up is what is going to happen in life. And so with that being said, what do you live your life for? And that's a question we don't always ask ourselves because of the system that we're put in. It already has set rules, set regulations, set, roads to walk down. Like, okay, do this, you're 10, okay, now you're here, you do this, oh, you're a girl, okay, do that. And and we don't always get to focus on ourselves and what that question means to us. So what do you live your life for? Many of you might find yourself, oh, the grind so that one day I can be happy. Oh, I live it for the weekends. Oh, that's my time to shine. Things like that. But you really need to focus in on that question a little deeper. I think everyone can ask themselves that a little bit deeper every day. And that's an important question to be asking yourself during this time right now in this COVID era. Because with the COVID era comes a lot more outside regulation. And so if you find yourself in the city right now and attached to the city life, know that with COVID, the city life that is already destructive in its own way is gonna come with a lot more details of ways that you need to live by. So it will entail living in a city life during this COVID era will entail a constant use of masks. So this feeling of you breathing in your own air, you might get lightheaded, you might get headaches. They say, oh, be quiet. My toddler can put a mask on, so you should wear your mask for your entire 8-hour shift at work and on the bus back home, even in the car, and then get home and then you can take off your mask. You might get these weird sores or acne or bacterial on your face from this constant use of masks. I'm not attaching any type of judgment. That's just a reality. It happens to me. My own sister had these lesions on her mouth because of the mask. Then it'll also entail multiple dosages of the vaccine. There's many vaccines. They were all fast produced. People seem to be taking them. Sometimes you're like, are they even being injected? I don't know. But you should take the vaccine if you want to live in the city life. Multiple doses. So this is just things that are coming up. Then you're also going to allow for technology to replace human interaction. So don't talk to me, don't look at me. This robot will deliver your food now, and you can eat, and that's it. We'll move on. So those are just some of the things that city life will entail while living in this COVID era. Is it worth it? Does it sound like it's setting yourself up for fun, for those weekend moments, or anything like that? You really have to start asking yourselves these things now. And many people have fear. And this fear can be attached to the sickness. It can be attached to the not knowing of anything. Maybe they're not looking into it, but they're just finding themselves feeling fearful. Maybe someone has an idea of what it could be, but they fear that they have to change their lifestyle. And fear of lifestyle change ultimately comes down to a sense of insecurity and a sense that you are not competent and able to provide a life for yourself, when this is actually very false. But that fear is very real because our whole lives were brought up and we're given this structured way of living that benefits other people. We're not even benefiting too badly off of the structured way of life that we are being given. So I know I would rather use my energy to organize my own action plan on how to better set myself up for a healthier life, a more sustainable life, and a more knowledgeable life that ultimately I could be happy in 24/7. Okay, now we're gonna turn the page.
Done.
And with the asking, what is it that you do want from life? And if you find yourself in the city, is this stuff worth it? And if you ask yourself a furthering question, well, maybe I can take charge of my life. But if you find yourself still a little anxious or not, realize that the convenience set up in the city life is meant for us to get addicted to it. The convenience can overpower any kind of fear factor because you're comfortable to sink back into what it is that you're already comfortable with, what you're aware of, what's conveniently packaged to you. So that convenience that the city life almost praises and worships disconnects us from nature and disconnects us from the wonders of life that we can be figuring out for ourselves. They asking you to run inside on a treadmill, to get your Peloton and cycle away in the great indoors of your house, when you could be using that energy expenditure to get on a plane, move to the country, and plot some land, grow some vegetables. You probably would be spending a couple hours in your farm every morning, burning those calories that you're gonna burn on your Peloton inside. But in return, you're getting connection to the land is feeding you, and you are making the world and your world that you want to create more beautiful, more sustainable, more healthy, more vivid. So these are just some inspired thoughts that I had this morning to share, and if you can take anything away with it, just question, what is it that you live for, and dig deep. Just dig deep.